you have the sum and difference of terms, you can see here that it might not be just first degree factors. This is a fourth degree factor. So it's fine, you might see powers other than 1. Here, you still fit the same rule. We square the first term, so square the 7, and then square the s to the fourth. Again, s to the fourth squared, you multiply powers, so 4 times 2 gives you s to the 8th, and then always a minus 6 squared, which is 36. So it still fits the same product rule as the others. Okay, and then finally, these last couple problems, you have this binomial square. If you see it as that, a plus b quantity squared. Now, if you see this kind of in the same form, I can tell you from students in the past, even though this fits the pattern of a plus b squared, the expansion rule for that winds up making it more complicated than if you just treat it as two trinomials. So if you just were to think of this as z plus 3 plus w times z plus 3 plus w, and then you physically distribute, that's going to be, and what students tend to find that a much easier process. So z times z gives you z squared plus 3z plus wz. Move to the next term, 3z, so I'll stack it under the like term, plus 9, create a new column, plus 3w. And then move to my last term, plus wz, plus 3w, and plus w squared. Again, find a new column. So this is going to be my total solution here, z squared plus 6z plus 2wz plus 9 plus 6w plus w squared. Okay. So again, if you see a form like that, I would definitely just expand it out and distribute by hand. Okay. The final question here that you see is one where if you recognize your first two factors fit the rule of sum and difference of terms. Okay, so I would start with those. So if you took these two factors, here and you expand them first, we take the first term squared, so square the 3, square the w squared, which would be w to the fourth. Power to power you multiply, 2 times 2 is 4. Always a minus, square the second term, 2, which is a negative 4. And then notice when you look at what remains, it once again now fits that pattern of the sum and difference of terms. So we can use the same rule once again. Square the 9, square the w to the fourth. Again, take a power to power you multiply. Always a minus, square the 4, 16. And so that would give you your expanded form.